have a quick discussion about willpower because recently I've realized that the way I've been thinking about it my whole life has been completely wrong, and it's really been affecting me negatively in ways that I didn't even realize. This video is going to be really unscripted because I just want to put out something, and I'm probably going to be making a lot more low quality unscripted videos, and hopefully they contain some useful information. So what I want to tell you about willpower is that it's a lot less important than I thought it was, and it's also a lot more important than I thought it was. So let me explain what I mean by that. So it's less important in the fact that you should be exercising it very rarely. So willpower, for this video, I'm going to define it as when you know you should do something, but whatever you want to do in that moment is different. So of course that's going to happen a lot of the time, but most of the time it doesn't really make too big of a difference. So like, say I should eat a salad, but instead I decide to eat a piece of chicken. I mean, it doesn't really make that big of an impact, right? But the way that it actually makes an impact is when you're at the grocery store. If you're deciding between buying a piece of chicken and buying some ice cream, well, that decision is going to affect you in the future, because if you buy the ice cream, obviously you're going to be way more likely to eat it in the future. And so what I've learned recently is that almost all of your willpower should be spent on big decisions that affect your environment rather than the small term decisions. Previously, I've been going about it backwards. I've been focusing so hard on trying to make all the perfect small term decisions that it's left me without the energy to make good big decisions. So for a very realistic example, I used to get like really obsessed with like eating super duper healthy, or like working out in the like most optimal way to build muscle or whatever. And really that doesn't matter. Like, it maybe makes like a 5% difference between doing like okay workout versus like the optimal workout. It like barely matters. What really matters is how often you're going and like, are you consistent, right? So what you should spend your willpower on is on forming those habits that's going to make it way easier. The majority of people's success in life and the majority of their failures in life comes from their habits. Almost all the things I've been successful in, I haven't really had to try, and that's exactly how it should feel like. Most success should feel relatively effortless, and that doesn't mean that it's not difficult or that there won't be challenges. It just means that the effort is really just in like forming the habits, but once you've got a habit, it's not actually that hard to stick to. For example, I brush my teeth every single day. I have really good dental hygiene because of that. It's not challenging for me to brush my teeth every day. And same thing for like physical exercise. I work out pretty frequently, and it's just not that hard for me because I have a habit and I enjoy doing it, right? So you want to make all of the goals that you're trying to reach, you want to make them as enjoyable and as easy to meet as possible, so that you're actually going to be able to accomplish them. Because if you're trying to like fight against yourself, it's just not gonna work. Like, I've seen so many people like try to do like these crazy diets that are like basically like starving yourself, and like maybe that works in like a very extreme case, but most people, they just can't keep it up. At least I personally, I can't keep it up. And it's way easier to just, instead of like really forcing yourself to have a lot of willpower, just have better habits. Like, be more intentional about what you're buying at the store, and then later it's not going to be an issue when you actually have to decide what to eat because you only have healthy things in your house, right? So the overall takeaway of this video is use your willpower to set up your environment, and your environment is going to set you up for success. Don't try to use willpower on those smaller decisions most of the time because they don't really matter that much.